Now, the other thing, though, is you have to understand something. There's one movie in particular, though, that Planet Terror is kind of jumping off from, is this Umberto Lenzi zombie movie called City of the Walking Dead, also known as Nightmare City. But now here's the thing. There's zombie movies, but then there's a subgenre of zombie movies where they're not officially zombies. They are not the Walking Dead having been reanimated. They're infected people movies, so where it's disease that turns you into a zombie and you're not dead and you've risen from the dead. So, if you can get real, even though it fits inside of the zombie genre, Planet Terror is officially an affected people movie. Now, where we came up with that term was the film City of the Walking Dead by Umberto Lenzi. Friends of mine were interviewing him for his movie Cannibal Ferox on Laserdisc when it was coming out way back when. And as they were getting ready to go over to Rome to talk to him, I said, hey, tell Umberto Lenzi about how much I love his zombie movie, City of the Walking Dead. I love that movie. It was really great. By the way, one of the things about that movie, that was the first movie where the zombies actually ran. Way before the remake of Dawn of the Dead. And 28 days later, the zombies were running. And I remember watching it with my friends and thinking, it ain't much fun to, be chased by a zombie and run faster than you can, all right? That's a whole other proposition. So anyway, they go over and they tell Umberto Lenzi that, hey, by the way, just to let you know, Quentin Tarantino is a big fan of your zombie movie, City of the Walking Dead. He goes, zombie, what a zombie? They were infected people. I didn't even understand my film. So, on the set, we would always say that all the time, because whenever people would keep referring to it as zombies, Robert's like, they're not the zombies, that they're infected people. Well, one of the things that has been a staple in my movies since I started doing them is I've never used the normal way of we do a movie where you hire a composer and have original music in a film. I did it a little bit in Kill Bill Volume 1. RZA did a little bit of music for me, a little original music. And then on Kill Bill Volume 2, both Robert Rodriguez and RZA did a little bit of original music. And that was a lot of fun. But basically, I've always just used existing tracks. And the basic reason is that's just too much power to give somebody who's not me over my movie. I just assume that I'm not going to like it. Or the whole way you do a movie where you hire somebody to do a soundtrack and you make the movie, you edit the movie, and also I need to edit to my music anyway to make it work so the way it has that thing about it. It's like we edit to the beat. I'm shooting to the beat. I need to know what that music is, but I need to choose it. If I'm waiting till now it's like at the very last few weeks, and then all of a sudden the guy comes up with a score that I have to accept, all right? Which I'm probably going to think it sucks, all right? Basically, because it didn't come from me. Basically, anything in my movies that I didn't choose myself is unsatisfactory by its nature. I have to choose it. And not only that, it actually helps me make the movie. When I want to do a film, I go in to my record room and I play my records and I find the beat and I find the music, and I have a lot of soundtracks. So that's one of the things how I help come up with stuff. And yeah, there's the rock music and we all know about that. But I also use a lot of old movie scores and stuff. And that's the way I like to do it. I don't want to deal with some guy who's writing music. I mean, in the case with Robert and RZA, it was a lot of fun because they were my friends. But, if I didn't like it, I didn't like it. But I'm going to hire somebody to do it? No. And, some of these guys can be real prima donnas. Get that guy out of here. I would much rather deal with a music editor than a music composer. I bring in the music, I know what I want, this is what it's going to be like, and I know that. And then we go, and then sometimes we elongate the beats, or we shorten the beats, but a music editor, they do what you're told. They do what they're told, all right? And that's a quality I like for people working for me and making a movie.